Assalamualaikum students. How are you all? I hope you guys are doing great and enjoying great health. So girls and guys, it's online lecture 22 and subject is history of your grade 7, and currently we are studying second chapter of history, that is the Mughal Empire consolidation. And today we are going to talk about the Mansabdari system, and since we are studying Akbar's administrative system under the banner of Akbar's administrative measures and reforms. So it's 22nd of July 2020 and is Thursday. So before going any further, let's talk about our previous lecture. So previously we talked about the administrative system of Akbar, and where I told you the administrative system means keeping the record of all the affairs like the military affairs, government affairs, public affairs, judiciary affairs or finance affairs, all were seen by Mughal Emperor Akbar. So Mughal Emperor Akbar categorized his administrative system into following manner, like central system, provincial system, judiciary system, military system and finance system. And in our previous lecture I told you about the central system and provincial system, where there were different officials with different ranks. I told you in the previous video. So all the officials used to perform different duties according to their capabilities, and which were assigned by Mughal Emperor Akbar, where I told you in the central system there were different officials with important and different designations and titles like Wakil, Diwan, Mansabdars, Mir Bakhsh, Khanai Saman, Mukotwal, and who used to perform different duties according to their capabilities and intelligence given by Mughal Emperor Akbar. So in provincial system, again there were important officials with another important ranks, titles, or you can say that designations, and those were Subedar, Diwan, Sadr, Qazi, Kotwal, Mir Bakhsh. Their duties were different, and those duties were very important, related to the state matters or important matters for the welfare of the state and of course for the people. So girls and guys, if you want to replay my previous lecture, that is 21st, in order to know about the duties of important officials, so you can just pause my video over here, go to lecture 21st and start knowing about the important duties and officials. Is it clear? Then after just reviewing my previous lecture, come back to this fresh lecture, that is 22nd, and start learning from here. And today we are going to talk about the Mansabdari system. So again, as I told you before, have your pen, pencils, highlighters, register, loose sheets, all the things in order to note down important points. So let's get started. And the word mansab is an Arabic word, and its meaning is officers' ranks. And this system belonged to civil and military department, and we're gonna talk about these things in detail. So let me tell you the highlighted ones, or you can say that the headlines. And the Mansabdars were divided into 33 classes, and they were paid according to their grades and scales. And they used to have different number of horses or troops, you can say that, according to their specified or given titles or grades. And these troops were used at the time of war or crisis by Mughal Emperor. Clear? And again, let me tell you one thing. Mansabdari system belonged to civil and military department, and it had dual representation of ranks. I mean, first was personal rank, that is according to Zat, and second was Savar, that was the cavalry rank. Clear? So let's talk more about Mansabdari system. So here you go. So just read this word Mansabdar. Before learning about Mansabdari system, let's talk about this word Mansabdar. So Mansabdar, you can say that, was a military unit within the administrative system of the Mughal Empire, and which was introduced by Mughal Emperor Akbar. So girls and guys, the word Mansab, as I told you before, is an Arabic word meaning rank or position. Okay, and the system determined the rank and status of a government official and military generals. Every civil and military officer was given a mansab, and the mansab means a role, you can say that. So every military officer and civil officer was given a role or mansab, which determined their salaries and allowance. In other words, you can say that it was a kind of role or rank. So the mansabdar, so the term mansabdar means a person having a mansab. The mansabdar, the person who is called mansabdar, means having a mansab, means a role. Clear? Okay, moving on. So in the mansabdari system, the mansabdars were military commanders, high civil and military officers, or provincial governors. I think Mansabdar system is clear to you all, and you guys are now aware of the term Mansab. So girls and guys, let's go further. So before Akbar, Mughal Emperor Akbar, there was no division of civil and military functions of the state. The soldiers had to fight in war and also perform duty of police in the state. They were required to perform civil and military services or duties at the same time. It was the Mansabdari system was introduced back in 1570, and all the officers of the state were styled as Mansabdars. They were classified into 66 grades from the rank of 10 to 10,000. Girls and guys, the 10th was the lowest rank and the 10,000 was the highest rank. The Mansabdars were required to maintain a fixed number of troops and other equipments such as horses, elephants, camels, mules, etc. Thus the Zat and Sawar ranks were introduced. As I told you before, Zat indicate the number of the troops which a Mansabdar was expected to maintain, while Sawar indicate the actual number of horses under the command of a Mansabdar. Apart from their salary, the Mansabdars were paid the cost of their establishment of the elephants, horses and camels. So the Mansabdars were allowed to recruit their own troops from their races. And there were no such rules to regulate appointments, promotion and dismissals of the Mansabdars. The emperor was authorized to appoint anyone as Mansabdar at any rank. So the promotion depends upon the mood of the emperor. Thus, it represents that it was a highly centralized system. The king was all in all. So the king was all in all. So girls and guys, the Mansabdari system put an end to the Jagirdari system within the territories. No portion of a Mansab was hereditary, and a Mansabdar's children had to begin afresh. All appointments, promotions, suspensions and dismissal of the Mansabdars rested entirely with the emperor. Every Mansabdar was thus held personally responsible to the monarch. This factor eliminated chances of disaffection and revolts by the military officers and may be said to be a major achievement of Mansabdari system. So that's all for today's lecture, girls and guys. Today we talked about the Mansabdari system, where I told you different facts. So for assignment, there's a simple and sweet question: what is Mansabdari system? Write a short note on it. So take great care of yourself, drink plenty of water, and stay hydrated, and take great care of yourself. Allah Hafiz.